In today's lab, we will be studying reflection. Reflection off a mirror is called specular reflection. In specular reflection, the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. These angles are measured from the light's path to the normal, or a line drawn perpendicular to the mirror's surface. We can picture the light being emitted by a source as a group of rays that spread out in all directions. The rays that hit the mirror will be reflected at the same angle as their incident angle. If we trace these rays behind the mirror, shown with dashed lines, the place where they meet is where the virtual image will form. This is the image that we see when we look into a mirror. Let's apply this to the reflection of some coins in a mirror. Initially, the camera is placed so that we cannot see the virtual image of the coins in the mirror. We can only see objects that are directly in front of the mirror. As the camera is rotated, the image of the coins comes into view. If we consider the light scattered by a single point on the object, we can draw a path from that point on the object, bouncing off the mirror, and then to the camera, which is just below the right-hand corner of the screen. We could repeat this process with other points on the coins. The light scattering off the coin is an example of diffuse reflection or scattering. The light from the light source will bounce off the rough surface in all different directions. There is no virtual image in this case, as the virtual rays, represented here with dashed lines, do not converge. To study the law of reflection, you will use a ray table and a light source which you will mount in an optics bench. To turn on the light source, connect the power cable to the input jack on the side. By rotating the dial on the light source, you can obtain 4 different types of beams. For this experiment, we will place a single slit in front of the light source so we have 1 beam of light. We will then place the mirror on the ray table. The ray table's angle markings will allow you to measure the angle of incidence and reflection for the incoming and outgoing beams. By rotating the ray table while keeping the beam of light steady, you can change the angle of incidence of the light on the mirror. Does the law of reflection hold?